Hello friends, in this video we will discuss MCQ from Asian publisher book Electrician 3-in-1 by G.V. Ramanamurthy and K. Mehta. We will cover MCQ of first year chapter 1, that is safety practices and hand tools, along with explanation. This book follows NIMI pattern, so we will discuss the same questions that come in the exam. Question number first says that an accident is. So if we talk about option A, unplanned event, yes, this is true because we never know the date or time that when this accident will occur. So it is a kind of unplanned event. If we talk about option B, non-controlled event, so when this accident is happening, at that time we don't have a control on it, okay, proper control on it. So that's why it is called as non-controlled event, okay. If we talk about option C, undesirable event, so we never want accident to take place, so it is definitely an undesirable event. So both three options are correct. An accident is unplanned, non-controlled, undesirable event. So that's why we will move for option number D. Moving towards question number 2. Question number 2 says that the safe way of working is. So its correct answer is option number A, that is the safe way of working is an effective and right way of working. An effective and right way of working means by following all the guidelines and safety rules we should work so that no accident could take place. At the same time, productivity of our work will also increase, okay. For example, we should follow 5S techniques for doing work. If we talk about an ancient way of working, no. If we talk about C, a way of handling the work in hurry, work should never be handled in hurry because this could lead to accident, okay. If we talk about option D, a way of normal working, no. It should be, working should be done with under proper guidelines, okay, and rules and regulation. Next is our question number 3. Number 3 says that an oily floor should be cleaned by. Its correct answer is option number C, that is by putting sawdust. Let us understand what is sawdust. So sawdust is nothing, it is but a small crushed particle. So let us understand what. So let us understand what is a sawdust. So sawdust is nothing but the a small crushed particle of wood, okay, a small crushed wood particle, okay, and because it has good property of absorbing oil, so that's why sawdust is used, and hence by absorbing oil it makes the floor non-slippery. But at the same time, if we talk about option B, that is putting water, we all know that oil is non-soluble to water, so that's why option B is never utilized. At the same time, if we talk about option A, cotton waste, so cotton is expensive. If we talk about option D, spraying carbon dioxide or sand, so spraying of carbon dioxide or sand is used to eliminate the fire, not for cleaning of oily floor. So all left method are not used to clean oily floor. So that's why option C is the correct answer. Moving towards question number 4. Question number 4 says that fire is a combination of. So we all know about fire triangle. So fire is a combination of our fuel, okay, then heat and then oxygen. So option B is the correct answer, okay. So this is our fire triangle, okay. So fire triangle is a combination of our fuel, okay, then our oxygen, okay, and then our heat, okay. And when all these three combine, a fire is evolved or takes birth, okay, then only fire takes place, okay. So this is our fire triangle. So for question number 4, option B is the correct answer. Moving towards question number 5. Question number 5 says that the safety sign given below identifies which of the following hazard. So if we take this is the shown figure over here, okay. So we can clearly see, if we talk about option A, hard hats must be worn. So in this sign there is no safety helmet or hat shown over here. So option A is not the correct answer. If we talk about option B, danger electric shock. So this is the actually diagram of hazard called dangerous electric shock. So option number B is the correct answer. If we talk about option C, wear eye protection, we cannot see here any kind of glass wearing by a person. Okay, so definitely this is not option C. If we talk about no smoking, so we all know that sign of smoking is given with a cigarette, okay, burning out flame, fume, okay, and with a cross sign. So that's why option B is the most appropriate answer for question number 5. Next is our question number 6. It says that the following safety signs with white symbol on a blue background is an example of a. So its correct answer is a symbol with blue background and white marking symbol, okay. So its correct answer is option number B, that is mandatory sign. Mandatory sign are those signs that tell us the things that has to be done, okay. We should do it, we should follow it, that is called as mandatory sign. If we talk about option number A, that is prohibition sign. So prohibition sign are. Next is our question number 6. It says that the following safety sign in bracket with white symbol on a blue background is an example of a. So its correct answer is option number B, that is our mandatory sign. Mandatory sign has white symbol on a blue background. If we see in the figure, this figures tells about wearing eye protection, okay. So mandatory sign are the sign that tells us the things that we have to do or we have to follow, okay. So mandatory signs has to be followed. If we talk about option A, prohibition sign, option number A, that is prohibition sign. So prohibition sign symbolizes strict restriction for the activities that has not to be done, okay. For example, no smoking. Here we have shown the symbol of no smoking here, okay. So the prohibition sign comes with circular red border having background color of white, okay. Background color is our white, okay. Here if we talk about a symbol color, so symbol is made up of black color, okay, and it has a red cross bar. This is red cross line, okay, which is called as red cross bar. So here it symbolizes no smoking. So this is one of the example of prohibition sign. If we talk about warning sign, okay, so warning sign basically gives alarm or provides alert signal to a person from the danger, okay, or any kind of hazard. So this is our warning sign. Warning sign has a shape of similar to triangle, okay, triangle shape, okay. Then if we talk about its color, its background color is our yellow, okay, and its symbol color is our black, okay. Similarly, we have information sign. So information sign basically gives information to a person, okay. For example, it can give direction of exit from some route, okay. So this is one of the example of information sign. Its shape is oblong, okay. Oblong means either rectangular or square shape, okay. So shape, if we talk about its shape, it is either our rectangle or square, okay. If we talk about its background color, it's green in color, okay, green color. If we talk about symbol color, then the color of symbol is white. Okay. So these were the important details of different type of safety sign. And if we talk about our mandatory sign, so it has white symbol, okay, and a blue background. It's mentioned over here. So let us move towards question number 7. Question number 7 says that on finding a fire in a building, a carpenter first action should be. So its correct answer is option number A, that is rise an alarm, okay, because once he or she will rise the alarm, it will give a signal to all the person who are working under the same building, and they will all try to exit from the exit point. Okay, so his first line of action should be rising an alarm. If we talk about option B, fight the fire, no, because he may or may not be an expert in firefighting. So that's why if the fire is too small, then he may, but if the fire is dangerous, then he should first raise an alarm. Okay. Next is our question number 8. It says that a person being electrocuted should be removed from the life supply by means of. So if we talk about this option A length of metal pipe, no, because metal pipe is a good conductor of electricity. So if a person goes to remove an electrocuted person, he will also get the shock. Okay. If we talk about option B, a length of dry timber, okay, it will be timber. So dry wood is good way to remove an electrocuted person, because dry wood or dry timber is bad conductor of electricity. Okay, so this option B is the correct answer. If we talk about wet timber, again wet timber has water content, and water is good conductor of electricity. So that's why we should not use option C also. If we talk about a scaffold pole, so this should also not be used. Okay, option B is the correct answer. Rest should not be used because they are good conductor of electricity. So hence any person who tries to remove an electrocuted person with a conductive material, he will also get shock. So dry timber must be best choice. Okay, moving towards our question number 9. Question number 9 says that if a person faints due to suffocation, the first aid to be given is. So obviously if a person is faints from suffocation, so he should be given fresh air. So our first line of action is to be providing him or her source of fresh air. Okay, so if we see all these options, option C is the correct answer, that is place him on a well ventilated location, because ventilated location will give him or her a fresh air, and hence suffocation could be eliminated for that person. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Moving towards question number 10. Question number 10 says that long hair must be tied back because option D. So its correct answer is option number D, that is it can get caught in the machine and cause serious injury. Option D is the correct answer. Okay, because we know that machine has rotating parts. Okay, so if a person has long hair and it is not tied, so there is a huge probability that those hair could get caught in the machine, and that machine will drag the person towards itself. Okay, and he can get physically wounded and can cause serious injury to him. So that's why option D is the correct answer. So please we should tie our long hairs while working. Okay.
To watch the video solutions for all the questions given inside the textbook, visit asianonline.in. Go to Electrician Theory English video package and purchase with a heavy discount. In this package, you will get chapter-wise video solutions with explanation of 2000 plus questions given for AITT exam. You can also ask doubts from the instructor. That means complete preparation for AITT ITI exam at a single platform. This you will get at asianonline.in.